Up next, please welcome Dr. Plamen Russev, founder of Webit, with the keynote, "The Next Decade Will Be Built by AI Native Nations." Dr. Plamen Russev will open the strategic conversation of Webit Sofia 2026 with one of the defining questions of our time. Who will lead the AI decade? This keynote will frame AI not only as a technology shift, but as an economic revolution, a sovereignty race, and a defining moment for global competitiveness. As AI reshapes industries, infrastructure, talent, capital, and geopolitical influence, the next global leaders may not be the biggest, but the fastest, most adaptive, most execution-focused, and most AI native. To explore who will build the next economic system and who will be left consuming it, please welcome to the stage Dr. Plamen Russev.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sofia. Come on. I want you a little bit more awake. Awake! Thank you so much. It's so amazing to be again. Oh, did you wake up also? Okay, let's do something. Come here. Come on. Okay, wake. Get up. Come here. Get up, everyone. Come on. Let's do some morning exercise. Let's move. Are you ready? Start. 1, 2, 3. You start first. Come on. Which one you choose? Which one? Choose one exercise. Whichever you start. Okay, go. Which one? Okay, this one. Come on. Let's everybody do that. Come on. The robots will show us the way. Come on. Wake up. Come on. Oh, this one. This is the moon step. All right. You wanted robots. There they are. They're teaching us how to wake up. Come on. Raise up the energy. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Well, that's a good start. Go to sleep now. You too. Come on. Go. Get left. Get left. Come on. You should help this guy. I think he got tired. Help him sit. You go down the ground, please. Down. Come on. Oh, my dog listens more than you. Come on. Go to the ground. Bravo. They finally do the right things. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, wonderful people from all around the world, and particularly fellow Bulgarians. You know that everything we do here, we do it for one sake. Not to show you the future, but actually to bring the future to where we are. And saying that, almost a year ago, I have put a piece of information which I called the trust capital. And I wasn't trying to predict the gadgets that you see all around, and you will be seeing more and more often and often. I was trying to answer one question. In a world where machines get better in almost everything, what holds its value and what loses it? I made my predictions 10 years ago, and almost all of them turned to becoming true. But there was one more I never published. I crossed it out, not because I was afraid, but because I didn't want it to happen. This morning, unfortunately or fortunately, I will share it and I will give it to you. The 3 kinds of people. The world is splitting the same way it used to be 40,000 years ago. Back then, we had Homo sapiens, the Denisovs, and we had the third part, which was something that we're using now to say bad words about people, but actually they were quite big and quite strong kind of humans back then. Those 3 were completely biologically different. Now, in the next 10 years, we will see 3 different types of humans based on their cognitive difference. And now we are talking about business, how this is going to happen and how this is going to drive economies. I split them into 3 in the book. I call them Homo delegatus, Homo syntheticus, and Homus protectus. But if you have to split them in more easily understandable groups, I call them those who command the machines, those who get commanded by the machines, and those left behind. And there is only one way to know which side you're on, whether you command the machine or obey it. Now, two probabilities. Let me make that concrete because it's sitting in the room right now around us. What I'm sure is the probability that someone connected to this room will build a $1 billion company in the next 10 years is higher than any point in history of humankind. And the probability that someone is going to become economically irrelevant is also the highest ever. The two people are often sitting next to each other. They don't know which is which. It's still being chosen today. AI won't take your jobs. Someone who knows how to use AI will do so. And let me start with the most concrete fear in this room, your job. The World Economic Forum puts the numbers. 92 million jobs will disappear by 2030. But 170 million more job opportunities will arise by 2030. There is a positive 92 million jobs. So the work is not disappearing, it's moving. The only question is whether it moves towards you or past you. By 2030, there won't be a shortage of jobs. There will be a shortage of people who command the machines and the army of agents. That's the new literacy. The reading was 100 years ago. Don't compete with the machines. You'll lose. Command it. And it's not only software. Soon robots won't be a demonstration on a stage. There will be colleagues in warehouses, in factories, in hospitals, and homes. Whoever learns to command them will be worth as much as 10 can't be. And most of you won't be the founders of $1 billion companies. To you, I owe the truth that saves your job and your lives and your meaning of life. You don't have to be the founder. You have to be the one the machines can't replace. The one who decides, not the one who decided for. Not tasks. Now, the fear you all carry, but few say it out loud, that the machines will take the power. Yes, they will. But let me be precise. The machines will never ask for your power. The machines will never ask for your power. One accept at a time. Every time you click the button accept, without reading. No, the machines won't take the power from you. You will be delegating it by default. You will hand it over. It won't be taken from you. You will delegate it. Remember this. You are doing it every day now. So, here is the rule for the next 5 years. Automate the tasks. Delegate even the decisions, but never the will. Not tasks, will. You keep it for yourselves. And here I have to stop. And to be honest, myself in front of me first and in front of you. Because you probably think I'm standing on the safe side of the warning, but I'm not. And right now, I work with over 100 AI agents. I've become many times more productive than I've ever been in my life, in investments, in entrepreneurship, in the companies I'm running, the companies I'm on the boards, the companies I'm supporting growing on 4 different continents. And as a fact, it's not an advancement. It's a phenomenal feeling to become super productive. But the truth is that right now, I'm more of a slave of a compute algorithms rather than I'm the commander of my own time. I committed myself to the promise of super productiveness because that matters for me. As of now, my most valuable resource, time, depends less and less on my decisions. So, I do what I preach. I'm teaching the agents to manage agents, to bring the 100 down to 10, and hopefully then only to 1. So I will work with that one, and I'll have my time back, and then my agents will be managing this 100, 120 more agents, so I have my time back, but still keep the super productivity that I have as of today. Because what really matters for me is my family, my time, my heart, and my commitment to humanity. And something there has changed. I have been meeting people in the rooms where trillions of dollars are decided. In the past, they were asking me about software because they know we are running founders games, over 5,000 companies apply. Every year we give $6 million award in Davos. They're asking me about software. Now, they're asking me about electricity. The next great race isn't for oil, it's for electrons. Most megawatts. The winner of the age of intelligence won't be the one with the best algorithm. It will be the one with the most megawatts. In 5 years, nations will report their AI capacity to the new way they report their military capacity today. We will be computing about energy and sovereign model, which are by the countries their own. And sovereignty isn't only your own model, it's a security. Whoever doesn't control their AI controls neither their data nor their defense. So, who will lead this decade? Not the biggest nations. Not anymore. What really matters is that the leaders will be the most AI native. The next decade will be built by the AI native nations. And that is the chance for small to overtake the big ones. Guard your data. And electricity has a twin. The proprietary data is what actually powers these systems. The models can be rented. The compute can be rented. You can use whatever you want to compute, but what's truly yours and truly scarce is the data which you hold. And this is where I see the most reckless behavior in the market today. Brilliant people, serious companies, even governments, pouring their raw proprietary data into systems that they do not own. Handing over the one asset that cannot be bought back. We are entering the age of surveillance, where the default is that everything you do becomes someone else's training data. Societies will be reshaped by those who watch who, what, and where is doing. So, let me give you a rule I follow without exception. I work with over 100 agents, but I build AI systems and I never leave them my raw proprietary data. I build layers of different systems, but I only provide raw data to infrastructure which I own and nobody else. The rest, they receive business intelligence. So, I have built 3 different companies during the past few months. And one of them does exactly this. It helps old industries leap into the future instead of going extinct without surrendering the data that makes them valuable in the first place. Because protecting your data is no longer an IT decision. It's a sovereignty decision for a person, for a company, for a nation. Guard your electricity and guard your data. They are the 2 things that will decide who leads and who is led. Now let's talk about money. The money is a frozen promise of trust. It doesn't matter if it's paper, electronic, or whatever. As a matter of fact, I think money will basically disappear, not as a value. Money will not disappear as a value, but money as an object, paper, coin, even the traditional bank account will become less and less central, because money has never been paper. Trust, frozen into form we can exchange. So prepare your own trust. When we started, many people say that's very easy, how you prepare the trust. That's why I've written the book, The Trust Capital. But let's talk about real stuff. I'm an investor. I'm not trying to predict the future anymore. I'm buying it. That's it. I'm buying the future. And I want you, all of you, to start buying your own future, because the other way around is to pay your rent to use it. With Webit Investment Network, 3 years ago, we've invested in companies that were making 60 million revenue. 3 years later, they do 200 million revenue. And those are all companies that create the future. Because the next inequality won't be between rich and poor. It will be between those who own the future and those who only rent it. We will go for the question which we already saw here. What if the machines answer everything in seconds, faster, cheaper? And any of us, what do we need to do as humans to be there and to have a meaning? I'll answer with one thing I'm truly afraid of. I'm not afraid of a machine that thinks like a human. I'm afraid of a human who stopped thinking because of the machine. The machine generates 1 million answers in a second, and not a single reason. It knows how, but we, the humans, know why. Intelligence is becoming cheap. Judgment is becoming priceless. So stop selling answers. Start selling judgment. And never delegate meaning. So far, I've talked about trillions. But let's talk about people. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about children. Let's talk about the next generations. Let's talk about the diploma versus the child. How many parents do we have here in the room? Please raise your hands. The hardest, the toughest job on the planet, being a parent, especially in the time we're living in right now. So the question is, what do we invest in? Do we invest in our children's diplomas, or we invest in our children? I won't give you theory. I will give you a real decision I've already made. We've already made with Aniela as father and mother. We have a contract with our eldest son. He's 17 now. His mother and I set aside money for both of our sons' education, as we all did, most probably in this room, but not for any university. We pulled the data, which universities produced the founders and teams that raised the most capital in the last 10 years. We made a list, a total of 25 universities on the planet Earth. Our son came, saw the list, said, "Hey, couldn't you find a university in a warmer place?" Well, unfortunately, I guess not. But the deal is the following, written on a paper. Get into one of them, we pay. Get in any other, you find yourself to fund your education. Or, plan B, you build a company instead. We will finance the first with your mother. When it fails, we will finance the second one. By then, you will learn what no university can teach, and you will have, and you have built, an environment around you, which is the real thing university gives. Because I'm not investing in your diploma. Son, I'm investing in you. And that's the question every parent here has already asked. What am I investing in? My child's diploma or my child? For the first time in history, your child's diploma and your child are two completely separate, different things. Geography and talent. Somewhere here or in front of a screen, there is a 20-year-old asking where to stay, whether to stay or live. I've spent 20 years between Sofia, London, Zurich, and tens of places around the world. I'll tell you something I've never said. For 20 years, even more, the world has been over 10,000 kilometers away from us. Today, it's a one click away. So for the first time in history, geography is losing value faster than talent. The world now comes to us faster than we go to it. And if I were 20-year-old right now, for the first time in history, I would choose to build it right here. Really. And you should tell your children this, because I'm a true believer that next billionaires will be coming from countries like Bulgaria. Hopefully Bulgaria itself. Yes, I'm about to finish. If you leave with only 4 lines this morning, let them be these. Information becomes free. Computing power gets cheaper. Intelligence becomes commodity. Trust becomes more valuable. Everything that we can be copied will be copied and will lose its value. Only thing that will remain is the one that I call trust. The trust between humans. So, this is my message to you. Command the machines. Own trust. Sell judgment. Protect your will. And never delegate meaning, because the next decade will not be built on artificial intelligence. It will be built by the people, the companies, and the nations who learn how to command it. Thank you so much, dear friends. Now, because my team brought this one here, I want to give it away. May I ask you for the microphone? And if there's someone who wants to ask me a question, a real tough, challenging question, please raise a hand and this comes to you. Who wants to ask a question? Oh, you know everything. Come on. All right, there it is. I thought I woke you up in the morning. That's why I started with the exercise.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Simple question, what is consciousness?
Oh, all right, stop Webit. It will be tomorrow. There is a very good friend of mine whose name is Professor Ellen Ledger. And 50 years ago, she identified and defined, she coined the term mindfulness. Let me do the easiest part of it. Ellen Ledger, a professor in Harvard University, she created the term mindfulness. She's the one who plays all the weird games with the people. So one of these tests, I'm not sure if I mentioned to you earlier, is the fact that she brought a group of insulin-dependent people, and all of them status 2, and put them in 3 different groups, but hacked their watches. So what happened is she made them play computer games. Every 15 minutes, the watch rings, and they have to change the computer game. 3 groups, 3 different rooms. All of them had food, of course, before the test, and then they got into the testing room. First group, their watches were not hacked. They were measuring time as we measure it. Second one, their watches were hacked. They were measuring time 1.5 times slower. Third group, their watches were hacked. They were measuring time 2 times slower. The result, after 4 hours, those who needed insulin and their watches were not hacked, they needed it exactly on time, 2 to 4 hours later after food. The diabetic, I'm talking about the groups of diabetic, second level, second type. The second group, whose watches were hacked 1 time and a half slower to measure time, they needed insulin 1.5 times slower. The third group that measured time 2 times slower, they needed 2 times later than the first group. Think about it, how powerful are our thoughts. Ellen Ledger says only 95% of the people are mindful on the planet Earth. The lady who coined the term mindfulness, says 95 are not mindful, you can say conscious. The rest, 5%, hopefully will be creating the future, and I hope a lot of these people in this room are in this particular group. So it's a long answer to your question, but you won the trophy. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was absolute pleasure, and is absolute pleasure to have you all here with us. A full day of experiences, a full day of great and amazing insights is ahead of us. So I will let our AI assistant to lead the show further. Thank you one more time.